Guys, I have a problem. So when I like something, I really like something. Case in point, the Nike Flyknit Racer. So it hasn't been that long from when I was initially exposed to this shoe. And ever since getting my first pair a few years ago, my collection has grown to about 17 pairs today. So in today's video, I want to show you guys my Flyknit Racer collection, and instead of just sitting here and just listing out all the colorways that I have, I figured this is a good opportunity to just sit down, take a look at all my racers, and really just evaluate them from my most favorite to my least favorite. So I'm here today to give you guys a countdown of sorts of my Flyknit Racer collection from 17 to number 1. At 17, we have the black, white, and Volt colorway. So this one kicks off the list, and don't get me wrong, this shoe is extremely clean. I really like this contrast between the black and the white on either side, but one thing I could do without is this Volt color flywire, which I would have much preferred it being white. Next on my list is the blue glow and yellow strike colorway. The contrast between this blue and this yellow, which kind of makes it look kind of green in certain angles, this is a very striking shoe, especially in person. And if this is something for you guys, these are still available in stores right now. Coming in at 15 are the all-white Goddess colorway. If you guys are a fan of white shoes and aren't afraid of getting your shoes a little dirty, this is going to be the Flyknit Racer for you. At number 14 on my list is the Multicolor 3.0 colorway. With these being the third multicolor colorway of the Flyknit Racer model, this coincidentally just happened to be my least favorite of the three. A couple things they could have done to make this shoe a little bit better was to have a black tongue instead of a gray tongue, and to have rope laces instead of the ribbon laces that came with the shoes. At number 13, we have the Volt 2.0 colorway. So this is Nike's second attempt at a Volt Flyknit Racer. I do prefer the color blocking of the Volt 1.0 version, but this one is a close second, and I am a sucker for Volt and neon colored shoes, so this one is coming in at 13. Next up at number 12, we have the Fire Rooster colorway. These I also picked up not too long ago, and they feature this university red and bright mango mix. You can never really go wrong with having a black and red shoe, and this one is no exception. Incoming at number 11 is the Total Orange 2.0 colorway. Similar to the Volt colorway, this is also the second take on this Total Orange colorway on a Flyknit Racer. Personally, this is probably my only orange shoe in my entire collection, and this is really a unique colorway that really stands out. And now we're into my top 10. So starting off the list at number 10, we have the blue Tint colorway. This shoe is part of the Flyknit Racer Earth Tones pack, and combining this powder blue with this navy blue on the medial side, together this makes this shoe very nice, and it looks even better on foot. Next up at number 9, we have the No Parking colorway. The thing I really like about this shoe is that the upper of this is very muted and it's very conservative, being all gray and white. But then they added this playful and loud strip of red along this midsole area that really accents the shoe and makes it eye-catching but not overly loud. At number 8, we have the Oreo V2 colorway. Nothing really needs to be said about this shoe except for the fact that it's extremely versatile. This upper is black and white, giving it this Oreo or gray sort of color, and really this can be worn with pretty much anything. Next up on my list at number 7, we have the Game Royal and Pink Flash colorway. Usually I'm the type of guy that really likes my black, white, grays, and blues, but when it comes to this shoe, there's just something about this that really makes this one of my personal favorites. So this Pink Flash and Game Royal upper combines to give it a purple looking appearance. And again, purple is not something I personally have too much of in my collection, and this is just a very bright and happy looking shoe. Moving on to number 6, we have the Knit by Night Nike Lab Flyknit Racer. So aside from the fact that this was a difficult shoe to obtain, this was the first Flyknit Racer to really have a pure black upper. And combining this black upper with a white midsole just gives it a winning formula that you really can't go wrong with. Next at number 5, we have the Pure Platinum Earth Tones colorway. Combining this creamy looking Flyknit pattern on the lateral side with this gray and white pattern on the medial side. This is one of my personal Nike pickups for the entire year last year. At number 4, we have the University Red V1 colorway. This was actually my very first Flyknit Racer pickup, and this colorway actually hit outlets and was actually on sale on Nike.com. I really like this 1.0 knit pattern where it's a lot more abrupt when it changes from one color to the next. And once again, you really can't go wrong with black and red. Kicking off my top 3 list at number 3 is the Multicolor 1.0 colorway. This was the first of 3 multicolor colorways on the Flyknit Racer, so this 1.0 was a bit more green compared to the 2 and the 3. Back when the Flyknit Racer was at an all-time level of hype, this shoe was often on people's list as their personal number ones. Coming in next on my list at number 2 is the Oreo V1 colorway. This is very similar to the Oreo V too, but that one is a little bit darker, whereas this one has a lighter shade of gray. I don't know exactly why I really like this shoe, but just looking at this is almost the perfect Flyknit Racer colorway. This light gray upper, this black Nike swoosh and black tongue, and the white midsole, there's just something about this that really makes this one of my personal favorites. And then there was one. So you guys can probably guess what this colorway is, but if you can't, my favorite all-time Flyknit Racer colorway goes to the Multicolor 2.0 colorway. Yes, this is the shoe that released a few weeks ago, but this version in my hand was actually the originals from 2015. Regardless, they're exactly identical. There is no difference between the two that I can see, and I'm just happy that they're back. As I mentioned earlier, this is the second of the 3 multicolor renditions on the Flyknit Racer model. This one giving a bit more of a blue looking hue. This is my personal favorite of the 3. Really, when it came down to it, I said to myself, if I could only keep one Flyknit Racer model, which one would it be? And I had no questions that it was going to be this one. So that wraps up my Flyknit Racer collection video. If you guys are thinking of a colorway that I didn't mention in my video, definitely feel free to leave a comment down below to let me know what that colorway was. As well, give me that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as well if you did enjoy my videos and you do want to be the first to know when I upload videos in the near future. Also, feel free to give me a follow on my Instagram as well at SGO8. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.